Hello. It's time to get started for the— wow, I'm really blown out today. I keep opening my window because I like sunlight, but then it does this to me. Oh well. We'll deal with Garbo lighting. It's fine. Anyway. We're back again. Time for work. I've got one last thing, two last things. Probably a combo issue that I need to fix with the selection on the inventory for this game. And then I want to do some doll updates. We'll see if I can fix the inventory problem. Oh, I'm gonna hammer at it. My brain got really tired last time I tried. And so I stopped. And I played video game instead. But today, yesterday I did this background here, which I really like now. It's still brown, which I'm not too keen on. I kind of wish that I had mixed up the colors a bit. Somehow. I don't exactly know how I would have. It's different shades of brown, I guess. But it is a lot of brown. And I tried to make the selection objects as bright as I possibly could have. That way, they stick out, and you know what you can click on. Were this a larger game, maybe I wouldn't have done that, and I would have made them kind of blend into the background. Were it rather, were it a more expertly developed game, maybe I would have left them in a similar shade to the background, so that you would have to actually like think about the things that are said in order to figure out what the object that you're attempting to use is. It's like, oh, this key looks like it opens something. What's the only thing in here that has a lock on it? This. But I don't know if everyone's going to be able to tell that it's got a lock on it. Anyway. One of the problems that I currently need to fix is that attempting to use an item on something doesn't clear the selection from its inventory space. You have to click it again, and then click it again, and then it will deselect it. So I need to figure out a way. Yesterday I was positing a potential way that I can solve this, but I need to figure out a way that I can take the item that is being used and determine if it needs to be removed from the inventory or not, I think. That was what I was thinking yesterday. I'm currently thinking that I should be able to remove it from being the currently selected object all the time. I don't want to remove it from the inventory. I think I was thinking about a completely different problem. I want to remove it from being selected. Which seems like it should be an easy thing to do. Seems. But knowing how I approach problems, it's probably not going to be for me. We'll see what we can do, at least. And on a similar note, the using an item on something that it doesn't get used on, I think selects it. Oh no, I guess I fixed that. I guess I fixed that somehow. Maybe I shouldn't mark that off as being completely fixed though until I fix this other one, because it very well could come back. I'll test them both again. I had originally marked it that it visually deselected it, but now it actually logically deselects it too. Probably because of this. have a function called remove currently selected. Remove current selected space. And that's inside of the inventory space. But I didn't see it. There's a function here called remove? Oh. Wait, was I an interactive object? I was an interactive object. That's my fault. So this does just run... It sets the inventory space to null. I don't care. I did fall down a rabbit hole of a completely wrong problem. I was thinking about the entirely wrong thing. Wow. Insanity. What does it get you? Nothing. So I should just be able to call this when you successfully open something. If you ever use an item on something in the scene, it should deselect that space. I'm not dealing with removing the item from the inventory. I'm dealing with removing it from the global selected status. Oh, did I not copy this? Hang on. Let's try that instead. I know I added these, pretty sure I added this yesterday in these spots and it broke something somehow. Oh wait, this doesn't get added here. That shouldn't get added there. Okay, that was causing problems, I think. Most likely because you don't use anything on the... You don't use anything on the case. Toolbox opened, you do though. So let's try this then. Okay, it's still null too. Where's the output? But add item to inventory has already run. Which means globals should be updated with the new. Oh, maybe not. So maybe I need to look for, where am I actually setting globals dot current inventory item? Current selected inventory space. gets set to self on click. So when I clicked the key should be set to... Maybe it's because it deselected, or it used the item, so it removed it, I guess, from being in the inventory space. It removed it from the global, rather, of being the current selected inventory space already. It set it to null, probably. This null is a bit annoying, but I think it is showing me that the spaghetti is tangled at the moment. Let me run the process again real quick. Mouse is hovering. Oh, and then it doesn't print anything after that. Not existent function, force deselected, base nil. Didn't update. Okay, yeah, so it's setting it to null before it actually gets to that point. Now exactly why it's doing that, who knows? Probably somebody. Me? No. Man, I am extra pale with that light, huh? You know what? I wonder if I should... just so that I can easily track when it happens. Then I have a direct way of calling it, and it's not all the scripts aren't accessing this variable directly. They're having to go through some sort of function at least. It's an extra step. I understand it's probably not very pretty, but it will make it so that I can search for this. Well, I guess I could just search for that. I don't know if there are going to be any conditions that I want to add to this. Alright, it's more of a... I want it to be... like a private edit sort of situation. If you ever use C#, you can have a public read but a private edit. So that nothing can edit the variable directly. Hello, Stumpy. Welcome in. Ah, screw it. Seems like a waste of time. Bread man. You're telling me I gingerbread this man? I do need to make some more bread. I'm on my second loaf of sourdough. I'm on my last loaf of sourdough. I only made 2. Speaking of which, I need to feed my sourdough too. It's been a week. I made some beautiful loaves last time. I also need to get a spritzer bottle. I need like a misting spray bottle. I have one that I got from when I was trying to grow a basil plant, but the weather fluctuation was too bad here, and it killed the basil plant and introduced a lot of mites into the soil. Not a fun time. So, instead, it also gave it root rot, which was fun to try to figure out. It never went away. I think my soil composition was incorrect. So maybe I'll try again one day, but it didn't work out. Anyway, I have a spritzer bottle from that. Unfortunately, I don't want to use that for food because it had neem oil in it, which is like a natural pesticide. But it didn't work. And B, it's kind of poisonous to like everything. You can't even pour it down the drain from what I understand. I sprayed it all on the plant. Then I wiped it out with a paper towel as best as I could. But I'm afraid to wash it. For the reason of the neem going down the drain. You're supposed to like dig a hole in the ground away from a water source to properly dispose of it. So I think I'd have to like sponge it and then throw the sponge away. But I'd probably have to do that a couple times to make sure that it's actually food safe. Or I could just use like alcohol or something, I guess. Problem is it's an oil. I don't know how to get rid of the oil. Drink it, and that'll kill you. Or at least make you extremely ill. Num num num. It smells like peanuts, so you know it's kind of enticing, but I wouldn't. Or maybe it doesn't smell like peanuts, but it smells like it smells like a seed or a nut because it is a seed oil. Decant it, maybe. Separate the poisons. I don't know how to do that. Let me run this again real quick one time. Science. But what is science? Is this science? Oh, the currently selected inventory space is null. But it's highlighted. Still working on. I am. There are some more things that I wanted to do to try to update it into a better version of what it once was. There's quite a few things I wanted to do to it still. I'm still trying to get the inventory selection to work out. It's got a bug with it that I'm attempting to debug. I'm attempting to figure out exactly where the problem lies. And then I want to do some updates to our little doll here. Like, I want to change the stitches that you make on it to a red, so that it matches the red thread that you get in your inventory. I kind of want to add secondary states to all of these objects, so that they have open and closed states. And I wanted to add some extra details to the text, or when you click on the doll, because I can't ever click on the doll again to see what I'm supposed to do. So I'd kind of like to figure out a system where you can click on the doll and it'll basically give you like a to-do list and a to-done list. So it'll tell you what you still need to do to the doll. But it'll also, maybe it'll give you like some flavor text on, oh, it appears that the arms are back on, or it appears that the steak has been removed. It appears that the steak is medium rare. Okay, so this isn't causing, something else is removing the item from the inventory space, but it's not actually printing out this. This should be getting printed out. Anyway, I think I've got like a week's worth of stuff pretty set in stone that I can work on. It's very bright outside, by the way. I don't know if you can tell how pale I am today. My front lighting is on. It's the sun. It makes me look like I never leave my house, which is correct. I look a lot better in yellow light. I look sallow. I used to have a to-do list that I'd put on screen, but I haven't done that in a while. I since switched to a whiteboard. Because it's easier. Nice. Thank you. I bought it specifically so I could use it at a desk. I had it for college so that I could work out problems on the fly. Right now it's just my to-do list, but I used to use it for whiteboarding out the logic for things. I want to search for this phrase here. You. I need to centralize setting this to null, I think. Maybe that's what I was doing with that set the currently selected inventory space. I could have it default to null, I guess. Can I do defaults? Found ClickUp. Is that like an online whiteboard? Or like a, sorry, like a, not an online thing. Like a Rocket Book or something. Where it's like a notebook, but it's smart. You can scan it in. Oh, it's project management software. Okay. Jira, but less ugly. Meh. I don't have too many qualms with Jira. I haven't used Jira super often, actually. We used DevOps at the last place I worked. DevOps was a very rigid structure, though. I think they learned we didn't really use it the way it was intended. So I think they found out quickly via us and probably a few other larger companies that their setup was a little rigid, because I think they made it so that you could edit what the names of specific nodes in your project were. They loosened the structure quite a bit. It was impressive how quickly they did it too. But still, it was something that had to be done. I shouldn't be tired. Nah, I couldn't be this. Now you shouldn't be scared. I'm good at repairs and I'm under each snare. Tangible, bet you didn't think so. I command you to. Panoramic view, come make it all manageable. You know what? Let's bring this back. Can I... Can't specify its type. I'm pretty sure I learned at some point that I could specify defaults. Go. Function defaults. Function argument default. Oh, I can just do an equals? So it goes. Oh, Quixote is done for the day. Quixote was streaming earlier. They were testing out a survival game. I was lurking. It was an interesting little game. It kind of reminded me a lot of The Forest from what I saw. I forgot what the name of it was. Hold on, maybe I can... I'm still on their channel. Did they save their VOD? I don't think they did. Project Castaway. I'm pretty sure that the voice in the beginning was AI generated, but okay, I can't tell. It might have been text to speech. It sounded like one of the TikTok voices. There we go. Now this function at least has a little bit of a purpose. So now I can say this instead. And that should be the same thing. Little bit of shorthand. Not super shorthand, but... it'll at least centralize where the null is being set. Like where it's doing the actual setting of the null. People can call this function... scripts can call this function with different results in the arguments. Different arguments. Not results for the arguments. I want to search for this. I don't think it gets set anywhere else. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty clear. Otherwise, wonderful. Good to know. Dusty. I need to dust. I clutter my rooms up so much that it's hard to dust. I've got so much dead skin. Where am I gonna put it all? I've only got but so many jars. Put little brooms on flies. That'll work out. You know what? There's probably enough fruit flies in here on a regular basis. I've noticed a few spots in the some of the drains around here where it likes to pool water that I hadn't really taken notice of before, so I've started to sop up the water in those places once I'm done using the sink or whatever. Hopefully I can dry some of those spaces out so they're not as enticing, just in case the flies that I am experiencing are in fact coming from the drains. I also need to make a drain cleaning mixture, which I'm pretty sure you can do pretty easily. I think the vinegar and baking soda combo is actually a drain cleaner. But I think there's a specific kind that you can use that there's a specific mixture that you can make that acts as a pesticide and also cleans your cleans your drains out. Cross wire there for a second. Okay, so where's this getting called? I could add a... could just add an if null, don't do anything. I don't think that's going to fix the problem. I'm pretty sure that's just going to leave it right where it was. Hang on. I have lots of checks for... Let me change this around, actually. Well, no, it works like it is, I guess. I'm going to have to invert the things that I come across, I think. For my null checks. Which I think I do here. Oh. Maybe that should be a function. Equals. It's like a dot equals check for the inventory item space. I think I'm delving into weeds on things that I don't need to delve into weeds on. Problem... Smoke the weeds? Ha! Oh. Oh. I don't think that works for these. I've not understood the whole cannabis craze, to be honest. I know I've just been looking at like the same two functions for the past 30 minutes, I think. There, what's happening with my hair? That'll be fine. We got the yawns today hard. My yawn counter. Boom. Delete it. I mean, it fixes some stuff. Let me wake up my bot script. Come on, bot. You can do it. Did I disable it? No. Oh, it's still enabled. I could have that update text on the screen, I just realized. That'd be fun. Fun. Be a nice visualizer. Maybe it needs another trigger. Really? Still nothing? Oh, the yawn command is not connected for some reason. Hang on. Oh, the clip is also broken. Really? Okay, there we go. Now it should work. There it is. There's the text. The bot is awake again. Alright. It was partially my fault, because I had, a while ago, I was looking at some extra functionality for the bot, for a different user that wasn't me. And so I was trying to figure out how to save my information out by exporting it. And so I exported some information, deleted it, and then re-imported it, and the yawn command was one of those. But when you re-import stuff into this bot, it doesn't activate it. It leaves it inactive so that you can reactivate it manually. And just in case you didn't want it active when you imported it, I guess. In the end, we ended up not using it anyway. But at least now I can properly track my yawns. Another interesting thing that I learned recently is that apparently OBS kind of has all of its scenes running at every single moment. Because when I use hotkeys in other scenes, if I use hotkeys in the scene that I've currently got active, it affects all the other scenes as well. Because I use the same hotkey setup for multiple scenes. And I learned that mostly because A, the hotkeys, and B, because of that weird cha-ching cash register sound that was coming from a completely different scene. Silly little things. I might do a deep clean of my scenes at some point just to get rid of them all. All the ones that I don't need. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. Currently the problem... is being removed. Here. The inventory item that we have, or the inventory space that we have selected, is being removed here. Deselection is emitting here, though. So when we attempt to use... Wait. Remove current selected space. Oh, this is if we click it again. Is it here? Oh, it was this. This is setting it to null. Sorry, this is what it is. This is what I meant. When the inventory is trying to manage the space and tell it... Maybe the inventory shouldn't be doing this, I guess. It shouldn't be calling this directly. It should be calling deselect current inventory space. Honestly, this... I think realistically that should be something inside of the space itself. Maybe I should limit the spaces to managing the inventory. Whichever one's currently active. That kind of makes sense for the entire inventory parent script to do it, though. With the current structure that I have, at least. I'm sure there's better structure for this. Just based on how it looks. I don't like it. And then I can say... What's that property? Inventory item selected. Invalid access to property or key inventory item selected. Oh. Well, there it is. I knew I was using that in some other place, but I didn't know where. It looks like it might have worked. It didn't. Why didn't that work? Why did that work on the first one, but not this one? Because of the open status. Oh, also I think the toolbox is the only thing I'm actually calling this in. Or did I remove that? Oh no, I did remove that. Wow. Okay. Sorry. I'm messing with liquid physics in my head. Alright, okay, alright, okay. If I can add this into here. Then I should be able to have it happen every single time. If there's an item selected. And you attempt an interaction with an interactive object. This doesn't have a direct reference to the inventory, which currently holds that. And it shouldn't have a direct reference, in my opinion. How else am I going to get it to call that? A signal would still require them to know about each other. I could make the inventory global, but I don't really like that either, honestly. This is definitely where I need to be handling it, though, right? Any interactions, anytime you use an object on something else, I want it to deselect the space. If I can encapsulate that handling of the global setting of the selected inventory space, then I can have this grab the current active space and attempt to run that space's version of the deselect. So then the space can be global still, and we don't have to make the inventory global. This never needs a reference to it. It can just say, whatever space you currently have active, stop that. Funny thing about that is this script references the globals to grab the inventory space to tell it to turn itself off, which then references the globals to grab the inventory space to turn it off. Although, no, the inventory, I guess, currently does it. No, it's still going to have to reference the global. But I think it's oh boy. You ever look at something and think, maybe I should just rewrite this from scratch? I get that vibe about this script a lot. I guess it doesn't help that I haven't been working on it every day too, so my familiarity with it since the jam ended is a little removed. I remember bits of it, big bits of it. Some of the more not intricate. Some of the finer details, I guess. where is it? Deselect. If I move this into inventory space, is it gonna call it on every single inventory space? What breaks? Oh. Huh. Not necessarily a problem, I guess. Because if I take this... Should the individual inventory spaces even be managing the global, though? Like that? I would need to add a line along the lines of... I would have to have a second condition of if globals.current selected inventory space is equal to self in order to do the rest of this. If this were inside of inventory space. It would be one of these. Oh no. I'm dropping things. I'm fiddling with things on my desk. Because I'm in a stagnant position.
He's here to redeem the most annoying channel points rewards. It's the Prince Vane!
Hello, Pointer. How are you today? Squirts. I can have the squirts. Work is but you're done early, so that's nice. Good. Stuff on my side. I'm doing weird organization stuff that I should have done from the beginning in order to fix a problem. It's moving pretty slow because I'm trying to remember exactly how I've got things connected and how I probably should have things connected. But this is starting to feel more and more like one of those situations where I need to start over. Ugh. I definitely want to do reorganization at some point. Currently, my reorganization is, I'm trying to save it until I get the current version of it, you know, at least kind of functioning. But I really do want to, especially the inventory, like all of this, I really want to cut out somehow. I don't exactly know how I'm going to reorganize it just yet, though. I want to make a big chart of what should be controlling what, so that I have a better idea. I need a visual representation of my code. Howdy, Symbol. Welcome in. My current idea that I'm trying to work on, I'm trying to solve the problem of using an item from your inventory on an object in the scene. It doesn't deselect the item in the inventory when you use the item on it. So I wanted to do that. However, in order to do that, I need to get whatever the current active inventory space is here, which I can do because the current active inventory space is held in globals. But the inventory is the one that usually manages the removal of those things. I guess I could run... Hold on, I do have a force deselect. I think it's gonna be something like this. So then this performs... Actually, this already performs that check. What am I trying to relocate? I'm trying to get the ability to... I want to ensure that the ability to deselect an item from the inventory, both the visual elements that relays the information of whether it's selected or not, and the global variable that holds whatever the current selected item is. I would like to give that functionality to the space, which I think it might have it, and I'm just not calling it. So I think these two together are exactly what I'm trying to do. Because that's just these here. I think I've got similar functionality split up between multiple things. And there are multiple things controlling the same like set of information over the course of me trying to implement all of these different aspects of it. So the spaces are controlling what the current active space is, but also the inventory itself is controlling what the current active space is. And now also the interactive objects that are in the scene are controlling some aspect of what the current active space is. So I'm trying to centralize that, and I'm trying to centralize that in the space itself. So that if you grab the global space, you can tell the global space, handle yourself, basically, and it'll do it. In this situation, I need you to deactivate. And it's like, okay, I'll handle the deactivation of myself. No need to worry. I added this because I thought I might need it, but I don't know if I need it for this. I'll definitely need it for this, but this is already in here. This double check doesn't need to happen, but I need this for other things because this gets called individually in other places, I think, like here. So maybe I need to find all the places where I'm doing stuff like... I've also got this signal that I have made. Why am I not sketching that up? Because I'm stubborn. I probably should. I keep finding things that I want to look at, though. Shiny objects. Like, now I've run into this situation where I see that I have these two functions, and now I've brought this function in, which was originally in inventory, but I'm like, why is that not in here? And now I realize that this is basically doing the same thing. This is doing the same thing as this. Check here, which is being called from here. Now I need to understand, do I need this here, or do I need this here? I could just rip this out, and then replace every instance of calling this function with calling this function instead, so that it does both of these things. This function, I think, still needs to be separate, because sometimes I think I deselect the inventory, but something else is removing it from the global, which shouldn't happen, which is why I want this to be the main place where everything calls. Where I want this to be the main place, the main function that is called in order to remove stuff from the inventory. Or to deselect things in the inventory. I said a lot of words. Do I even need this? Let me answer this question first. Do I even need this signal? Is this signal being called anywhere? Is it being set anywhere besides here? And then where's it being emitted from? Because if it's just being emitted here, and it's only being emitted here, that should be the same thing as just doing this. Because I'm pretty sure that this is the only thing that has been applied to that signal. Set selection border invisible. Yeah, this could basically be replaced with calling this. Let me see if this does anything else. I specifically want to know connections. No match. No match. No match. No match. Nothing. 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 Anything in globals? No, nothing. Okay. That signal is useless. I can get rid of it, I think. Let's comment that out. Let's remove something from the equation. Yeah. And then if I have this get replaced, since it was the only thing that it was doing was this. I don't even need this. This is basically this. Do I need this then? I know this is being called in other places. Like here. Why do I have this function then that is just calling this now? Don't need that. I already have that function. It's here. So let's comment this out. And then this is basically the same thing. This is already inside of its own little... you know what, here, hold on. Before I... Let's comment that out and we'll replace it. Put that above that. That should essentially be doing the exact same thing. This return's not gonna work out though, because this used to kick itself out of the function. I need some sort of condition that I could put around this in order to clean this up. To separate it out from this. If it was self... I could have it return a Boolean and check that Boolean. Deselect successful. I want to finish this train of thought before I try to map it out. It's the only thing that I've currently got in my brain hole. No. I don't think this is gonna work out. The Boolean maybe that might work out. But what I don't know if I like about this is this having to go to the globals and set the globals. So in order to deselect an inventory space at the moment, you have to get the current inventory space from the global and then call a function which then goes to the global and grabs the current inventory space, checks to see if that's the inventory space that it is. And if that's the inventory space that it is, then it deselects itself, basically. Which sounds really convoluted and stupid. I don't like it. A, we're having to get the global twice in order to do that. B, it has to basically... I think it's basically running on all of them. No, it's instanced. Why do I need to check self? Let's draw this out. Yeah. Ugh. Before I end up writing myself into a deeper hole or a second hole, but now I've also got the problem of I've changed things. Do I draw the representation of what it should be or what it currently is? Let me pull Godot over to the side here. Let's approach this. Let's try getting out what we currently have. And then I want to take a look at that and see if I see any points that I can consolidate or like reorganize to make them better. And if I can't figure that line of thinking out, then I'll change up and I'll try to create a diagram from scratch on what I think the connections should be like. And if I can find a solution that way, then I'll probably scrap everything that I have and just re-implement it. Which sounds like it might be a tomorrow problem if I reach that point. And then you connect these. It's a little top. Or an anchor. Let's see. What are the moving parts we have? We have the inventory. We have an inventory space. This will also hopefully help me answer some questions that I've had several questions that I've thought about, but then I notice a new problem and I forget what the question that I was going to originally search for was. Classic problems. Shiny object. Shiny object calls me away. Let me make my eraser bigger. I had it small from back when I was editing the doll. I mean, not the doll, but the other objects in the scene. Their art has impressed me. I'm not easily impressed. But how to make it smaller? I got out of having an oil change today. For a while, actually, really. I noticed that the sticker on my windshield said that it was about past the time where I should go get one. And I'm like, well, I'm not really near the mile count, but I'll go see if I'll go like try to get one anyway, just in case. Probably should have checked my oil before I did, but the guy at the body shop was actually like, nah, you're good. You're nowhere near the mileage yet. You still have like 3,000 miles before you actually hit that. I figured since it had been a while since the date that was on the sticker, it would be a good idea anyway. It's been like 4 months past the date. It's like, you don't drive much, do you? It's like, I mean, I drive it pretty regularly. It's just not very long distances, I guess. Like, yeah, you don't need an oil change yet. Get out of here. I go to those guys all the time anyway, though, so they'll still have my business. It's not like they're losing a customer. I was already in their system. They knew I'm gonna come back. What was the other bit that I had? The object. Oh, and globals. We have globals. Interactive objects. Oh, I'm pedantic. Shit. Okay. I think these are the four major components of what I'm looking at right now. The inventory, the spaces. Get out of here. The globals and the interactive object. Less so the interactive objects. There we go. This is a parent script anyway. Space. I'm doing that thing again. Okay, stop that. I don't even know if I'm going to keep all of these. Or what state they're going to be in later. So let's see what we currently have set up. I want to focus specifically on the subject of the calls to set the global. So this global contains the current active inventory object, inventory space. Has the ability to set it. It has the ability to... this is also available everywhere. We'll call it just... I'll just write static. Static class. Available everywhere. Everywhere. Our inventory system seems like its main purpose is connecting connect information between the interactive objects and the inventory spaces. That's awful. How dare you let me do that? The on-space selected signal being handled anywhere outside of this? Kind of looks like it. Yes, it is. It's being handled whenever it... Okay, so this... handles individual inventory slots. What item it has. Is it selected? Is it being clicked? I'm gonna stop with the boxes. I hate the boxes now. It was nice for keeping things organized in the beginning, but they're gonna get tedious. It changes visuals in general, I guess. So currently, I guess I've opted for doing what I want it to do, because I don't think it actually does all of this. I think currently inventory is handling, it has a part in what happens when an inventory space is clicked and selected. Which I guess I need to probably figure out if it needs that part. sort of a combo now. I just threw a paperclip somewhere and I don't know where. Oh well, I'll find it later. I'll step on it, it'll hurt, it'll be fine. Actually, it won't hurt, I'm wearing shoes. I'm gonna need to move this down, I think. Maybe not that far down, though. What? I think one thing I did with my setup that I didn't entirely double check is how the instantiated objects are behaving. Now that I think about it. Because I have the objects that I've instantiated that are all sort of running off of the same base script, and I think I've handled them correctly. So the inventory spaces script might be... It might be behaving in a way differently from how I think it's behaving because of all the individual instances. There's not just one inventory space script out there, there's 4 of them. And I'm attaching them manually, I think. Or rather, I have a scene, I think, that has the script attached to an object in it, and I'm instantiating that scene. I don't know if it's sort of connecting all of those together, or if they are their own individual instances. My inventory script. It is an instantiate function. It stays down there now. Oh, that's right. I never did my squats, did I? Let me do this one search here. Look for a few things, and then I will squirt. Want the documentation for this. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. It was giving me a bunch of forum posts. Bum, bum, bum. Oh wait, no, it's crashed, right? I forgot there's problems here. What? Oh. Okay, they're definitely their own. Okay, yeah, I think I'm handling those correctly. I don't think I've got that mixed up in my brain. Fingers crossed. Let's do some squats. Let's get that out of the way. Swoosh. Ugh. The stretches in order too, I guess. One squat. Whoops. I'm off balance already. 2 squats. 3 squats. 4 squats. 5 squats. 6 squats. 7 squats. 8 squats. 9 squats. And 10 squats. Call me Mongdal. Cause I do squats. Ooh. Get the blood flowing back through my legs. It probably isn't one of the most exciting days that I've streamed. But it's a part of my process. Get stuck. All right. So the inventory, I know, here, let me draw some of these too. It's sort of a mediator, I guess. Actually, is it the other way around? No, it's not. Where is globals connected to? Inside of the inventory. What references to globals do I have? I have references to globals for inventory items. Looks like that's the only thing that I do from here, really. Now. Oh. Why aren't they all... Why are all the spaces sort of handling themselves in this situation? If each space is going to be checking the global individually, why don't I just have them all check the space for deselection? And if it's not them, they deselect themselves, and if it is them, then they select. This is breaking my brain. Fix brain. I'm working on it. There's a linchpin here somewhere. A latch key. T. Good idea. My brain's been in very much an I just want to not think about anything mood for a few days. Or weeks. Or months. Or years. Or at least a decade. Tea make brain go bzz. Okay, currently. The inventory does a lot. The actual script for the inventory, I mean. It's not gonna work. Well, that's not gonna work. More tea. Maybe I should take a quick walk away. I've been pretty silent for the past few minutes, and I don't know if this is really getting me much of anywhere. There's some connection here that I haven't exactly written down just yet, or like made the arrow for, that I think would probably give me a better understanding of where I need to do, where I need to look, or what I need to do going forward. And it's somewhere in here, I think. But exactly what that is, I don't know just yet. Let me walk away for a second. I'll be right back. Take the headset off. Let my ears breathe. Alright. I have returned. I don't know if I'm going to be able to solve this portion today. I think I've thought about it from so many angles that I'm not sure which angle I'm approaching it from anymore. So I think I'm going to take a step away from it. I'll come back to the inventory. It's really... the momentum kill has really demoralized me as well. So what I'm going to do instead is we're going to go take a look at the doll. I'm going to do some visual changes for it. Add the red thread. See if I can't maybe fix some of the minor things that I wanted to do with it. Such as all the colliders being on at the end of the game, so you can still, not only the doll on that one, you can still click on everything at the very end of the game. And it changes the win text. We'll do some small things. That way I'm not completely at a standstill. Because I've been here for like 3 hours now, and I have barely moved. 2.5 hours. And I've barely moved. I've done a bunch of things. Whatever those are. But it seems that I am still confused on the subject. The reorganization will be coming, just not yet. Should I use the same doll? I'm gonna use the same doll. We're gonna use the same doll. Same doll. Where are the arms? There are the arms. Oh, let me get the thread back out too. You know what? I don't think I saved it. Let's open background instead. Because I'm pretty sure the individual objects are in here. Still, one of these is the thread. There you are. Global color. Nice. I want to make movement on something today. I want there to be some sort of forward momentum on something. Or I'm gonna go mad. Is that a drop shadow? There's no way I thought about a drop shadow. No, that's a... Okay, it's a low opacity version of the previous pose. I also want to add some extra states to this at some point. Hold on, how does this look? That's terrifying. Hold on, what if I just do the 4? It's also kind of terrifying. Less so. Is there no export? Why can't I? Oh, there's no merge. Because I'm not merging anything. Duh. Happy. Having that thread be red makes the eye really... I really like the eye with that. So now we have a black one, which has not been sewn on, and then the red shows that it has been sewn on. A small change, but still. An important one. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a different jazz playlist than the one that I usually listen to. It's very nice. Oh, I see. Looks like a little dinosaur with a top head right here. Who sent you? CIA Wolf or the KGB Jackal? Alright, so let's turn you off, turn you off. Let's do a few exports here now. Some of these pictures are this size as well. They are the full size of the doll. I don't know how I feel about that. A lot of them are empty, except for the tiny, like the smile with a little button. Or that. And that's so that I can overlay them, but I didn't want to worry about the spacing. So now they just kind of overlay on top of each other a full transparent background. I don't know if that's a problem. I don't think it would be one. Okay. Ah! Clicked on the wrong thing. Clumsy me. Okay, I don't think I have to replace anything else. I think it's just those. So now we add these as new animations that they can use. I'm going to have to run through and add situations for these animation changes. Actually, I think the situations are there. I just have to add... I have to make it actually do the change. I hate this cable. All it does is scrape and scratch inside my ears. Dead. Let me go rename these animations as well. These aren't toggle-ons anymore. These are like fixed state. It's going to break the scripts though. Fixed. Just like pterodactyl. No. Yeah. You know, one thing that I realized the other day, much to my detriment, is that there is a grocery store nearby me that has a section dedicated specifically to baking fresh cakes. And I can just buy things from them whenever I want. It's not a good thing for me. It's tempting. Oh, there's 2 of these now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to test these out with the current state of the inventory system. I can try. Shit. All of these are wrong. Hello? Oh, I need to go to the animation. Sprite frames. You and you. Okay, that should be it. There we are. Hello, doll face. Ah. This does feel like it should be in inventory still. If inventory is managing multiple spaces, or like the group of spaces overall, I feel like the global accesses should be inside of inventory. I'm gonna have to take a look at these scripts later and really read through them, I guess. Maybe not read through them, but oh, I can't deselect things yet. I've kind of messed myself up, huh? Uh-oh. That's not quite right. Everything seems to be in order so far. I can't get that. I don't have the pliers. Where was I supposed to get the pliers from? Okay, well that seems to be working out properly. At least. I actually can't take the stake out of the door. Oh, I was trying to add it to a full inventory. That check must be broken now. How did I get it to give me the pliers before? I know it's broken. It's not supposed to be like this, obviously. Okay. That works. I kind of liked it better with the black stitches, though. But then there's no, like, color change. To denote that you're actually stitching the doll shut. Okay, well, at least I know it's working. Yeah, I'm already tired of working today. Maybe I take a game break or something. I think I'm just tired in general is the problem. You can mark something off the to-do list, though. That's nice. Progress has been made towards the final state of this little game. What do I want to do? What to do? What to do? I think I'm gonna play a game. I want to play video game now.